The price of desire. Dust swirled across the sun-baked street of the small frontier town as Elias Harper guided his horse to a stop outside the weathered wooden storefront. The air held the faint tang of sweat and hay, mingled with the distant scent of smoke from someone's hearth. Elias, widowed for 3 years, felt the familiar ache of solitude tighten around his chest. His ranch, vast and untamed, offered comfort in labor but little in companionship. Today, though, a whisper of opportunity stirred, a chance to fill the empty spaces that had begun to define his life. Inside the shop, two women moved with practiced ease, their gestures measured and deliberate. Clara's fingers brushed against a set of glass bottles, while Mabel adjusted the hem of her skirt with a careful pull. Their faces remained hidden beneath wide-brimmed hats, or obscured by the low angle of the counter, leaving only glimpses of their expressions in the curve of a shoulder or the tilt of a wrist. Elias watched them carefully, noting the subtle grace in Clara's stance and the cautious hesitation in Mabel's movements. They were not just ordinary townsfolk. There was an edge to them, a quiet defiance that piqued his curiosity. The two women's conversation halted as he approached. Clara's hand paused on a bottle, and Mabel's fingers clutched the counter, both betraying the flicker of apprehension beneath composed exteriors. Elias spoke, his voice low and steady. "I'm looking for help. Work around the ranch. Something temporary." He avoided the instinctive loneliness in his tone, focusing instead on practicality. Clara's fingers tapped lightly against the counter, almost inaudibly. Mabel's gaze flicked toward Elias, a shadow of warning passing between them. They exchanged a brief, silent glance that said more than words could. "We'd rather die." One of them murmured softly, a phrase carried in a blend of humor and gravitas, though neither dared meet his eyes directly. The declaration lingered, teasing boundaries even as curiosity beckoned. Elias shifted slightly, considering his options. The transaction before him, $3 for temporary companionship, felt like more than a financial exchange. It was a test, an unspoken negotiation of wills. With a slow motion of his hand, he laid the coins on the counter, their metallic clink resonating in the quiet room. Both women's eyes flicked toward the money. Clara's lips curved in a subtle, almost imperceptible smile, while Mabel's jaw tightened, betraying a silent internal struggle. $3, Elias said, his voice firm yet edged with something softer, almost vulnerable. "Take it or leave it." The simplicity